Hi, and welcome to Your Inner Glow Up. Today, we're tuning into an intuitive card reading to help you gain insight and clarity for the month ahead, which is March 2025. As always, these card readings provide a space for guidance and self reflection, but remember, your free will shapes your path. You always have the power to make choices that align with what feels right for you. If a message doesn't resonate, feel free to set it aside. Some insights may connect immediately, while others might make more sense later. Trust yourself and focus on the guidance that speaks to you. These readings are here to support your journey, not predict or define it. So there are 3 readings today, each offering insights into the month ahead, broken down by theme and week. So I want you to take a moment, breathe deeply, and center yourself. Choose a number between 1 and 3. Trust your first instinct. The number that immediately comes to you is likely the message meant for you. Once you've chosen, use the timestamps to skip ahead to your reading. So let's begin and see what's happening in March 2025. Reading number 1. So the star is the signifier card, and it suggests that March is a time of healing, inspiration, and renewed faith. No matter what challenges arise, there is a guiding light leading the way. This month encourages hope, self trust, and staying aligned with your higher purpose. So now we'll go week by week, starting with week number 1. And we have the 6 of Swords, and also the Opportunity. So this week brings a transition, leaving behind a difficult situation and moving toward calmer waters. While the shift may feel bittersweet, the opportunity card suggests that this change is actually opening doors. Trust that what you're walking away from is making space for something greater. Week 2, we have the 8 of Pentacles and Listen to your intuition. So, dedication and effort will be key this week. Whether it's work, personal development, or a creative pursuit, consistency will lead to progress. However, the Listen to Your Intuition card suggests that logic alone isn't enough. You need to trust your inner guidance when making decisions. Week 3. So, we have the Strength card and also Look for a Sign. So, this week calls for resilience and patience. You may face challenges that test your endurance, but the Strength card reminds you that you have what it takes to persevere. The Look for a Sign card suggests that divine messages are being sent your way through synchronicities, through dreams, unexpected encounters. Week 4. So we have the 5 of Cups and also Let Go. So there may be feelings of loss, regret, or disappointment this week. However, the let go card encourages release. Clinging to past hurt will only hold you back. So while it's natural to feel sadness over what didn't work out, there's still something valuable left, and this is symbolized by the upright cup in the Five of Cups. All right, so big picture for March. March is a month of realignment and proactive change. So the star represents inspiration and healing, but it's not just about wishful thinking. It's about using hope as fuel for action. So this reading suggests that you're in a transition phase where things are improving, but it's up to you to steer the direction. So if we go back to the weeks, so week number 1 is very much about leaving behind what no longer works. You're moving away from something that felt draining or unstable. This could be a mindset, a relationship, a job, even something like self-doubt. So the key is to consistently focus on what's ahead rather than getting stuck in nostalgia or regret. If you're unsure where you're going, set a goal, even if it's a small one, so you're not just drifting. Identify, one area in your life that feels stagnant and take a step, however small, to shift it. If you find a new opportunity arises, be open to exploring it, even if it feels uncomfortable. So then week 2 is all about sharpening your skills and trusting yourself. This is a week to put in the work, whether it's career-related, personal growth, or improving a relationship. However, logic and strategy alone won't cut it. You need to listen to your instincts. If something feels off, don't push forward blindly. Adjust as needed. If you've been considering upskilling, taking a course, refining a craft, now's the time. And if you're overthinking a decision, pause and ask yourself, does this feel right or am I forcing it? So then week 3 is all about facing challenges with inner strength. You may hit a test of patience or confidence this week. And the best way to handle it is to sort of stay steady and try not to be reactive. The strength card isn't about brute force, it's about self control and resilience. If something isn't going as planned, don't panic. Look for clues that guide your next move. If you feel overwhelmed, break problems down into manageable steps instead of trying to tackle everything at once. Pay attention to patterns or repeated messages, whether through conversations, dreams, or unexpected encounters. And then week 4 is all about letting go of what's weighing you down. This is where the real shift happens. March is wrapping up with a moment of release and redirection. The Five of Cups shows there's been a disappointment, but it also reminds you not to get stuck in what didn't work. And then the good news, there's still something valuable left, whether it's a new perspective, a lesson, or a different path opening up. So ask yourself, am I holding on to an expectation that's keeping me stuck? You physically clear out clutter around you, old notes, get rid of, emails, anything that sort of feels energetically heavy around you. And redirect your focus. What can you actively build or improve now? So this month isn't about waiting for things to fall into place. It's about actively making adjustments while staying adaptable. If something doesn't go as planned, don't take it as a dead end. Take it as feedback and shift your approach. So, the core message of this reading is you have the power to move forward, but you need to engage with the process, not just hope for change. The star reminds you that inspiration is valuable, but what you do with it is what matters. Reading number 2. All right, so we have the star as a signifier card for March, which suggests that it's a time of regaining hope, clarity, and personal empowerment. Now, the star was also the signifier in reading one. So, the fact that's come up again in the signifier position suggests there's sort of a powerful collective message here. No matter what challenges arise, there is a guiding light leading the way. March encourages hope, self trust, and staying aligned with your higher purpose. So, then we'll go through the week by week breakdown. So, week one, we have the Eight of Swords and trust. So you may start the month feeling stuck, doubting your own abilities, or second guessing your path. The Eight of Swords is a classic card of mental distraction. Often the problem isn't external but internal. So the good news is that the feelings of being trapped is more internal, and then that allows you to switch your perspective. So the solution is kind of like in your control, but it requires that shift in perspective. So week 2, we have the Queen of Cups and Peaceful Resolution. So this week brings emotional wisdom and healing, whether it's in relationships, work, or something in your personal journey. The Queen of Cups encourages compassion, intuition, and emotional intelligence. Paired with peaceful resolution, lingering conflict or inner turmoil is coming to a close, but not through force, it's through understanding and patience. So, week 3, we have the Eight of Wands and Be Assertive. So, after a slow or uncertain start, things are going to speed up quite quickly during this week. The Eight of Wands is a surge of momentum. So, whether it's exciting news, rapid progress, or unexpected developments, something is moving fast. However, the Be Assertive card reminds you don't just go with the flow, you got to take charge. So, then week 4, we have the Queen of Wands and the Opportunity. So by the end of the month, you're fully stepping into your power. The Queen of Wands is confident, magnetic, knows what she wants, whether it's in career, love, personal growth. There's definitely an opportunity coming, but the key is owning your worth and stepping up to claim it. So, overall, March is a turning point, a month of shifting from self imposed limitations to full confidence and control. While it begins with uncertainty and hesitation, it ends with bold action and empowerment. This reading highlights a mental and emotional transformation that leads to tangible opportunities. If you've been feeling stuck, second guessing yourself, or waiting for a sign to act, this is the month where things shift, but only if you sort of step up and claim it. So let's break it down a little bit. So at the start of the month, the biggest challenge isn't external, it's internal self doubt. The Eight of Swords suggest a mindset of feeling trapped, unsure, or afraid to move. But here's the thing, you're never really stuck. It's usually just a perception that makes it seem that way. So, ask yourself, what limiting beliefs am I carrying that might not be true? Am I overthinking something that's actually simpler than I'm making it? Where do I need to stop waiting and start trusting? And take it slow. Challenge one limiting thought by flipping it. What if the opposite were true? Make a decision, even if it's a small one, to prove to yourself that you're not stuck. And then we go into, so then week 2, after confronting those mental blocks, the next phase is about emotional clarity. So the Queen of Cups brings a moment of deep intuition and understanding. This is where you start realizing what truly matters and what's not worth your energy. So this week, expect a resolution to something that's been weighing on you. Could be a relationship, a personal struggle, an internal battle, and sort of finally finding peace. So some questions that you can ask yourself is, am I spending too much energy on something that isn't serving me? How can I bring more emotional balance into my life? What truth have I been avoiding that once accepted will set me free? You may even have to have a necessary but calm conversation to clear the air with someone. Prioritize self care during this time. This week isn't about pushing, it's sort of about recharging. And then we go into week 3. So now that you've cleared the mental and emotional blocks, life starts moving fast. The Eight of Wands brings rapid changes, opportunities, or news, and the universe is saying, don't hesitate. This is not a time to play small, second guess, or hold back. If you don't step it up, the moment may pass you by. The assertive card is a call to own your voice, make your intentions known, and act with confidence. So, some questions to ask yourself: am I waiting for permission when I should be taking action? Where do I need to be more assertive instead of passive? If I knew I couldn't fail, what would I do? So, during this week, there may be opportunities to say yes to something new, even if it feels outside your comfort zone. Make one bold move, whether it's at work, in your relationships, or toward a personal goal. So then going into week 4, so by the end of the month, it looks like you're going to be stepping into full confidence and power. So the Queen of Wands represents someone who is magnetic, self assured, and in control of their path. If you felt overlooked, uncertain, or hesitant before, this is when that shifts. With opportunity appearing alongside her, this isn't just about mindset anymore. Something tangible is actually coming your way. A chance for growth, success, or a breakthrough is arriving, but it will be up to you to sort of claim it. So, some questions to ask yourself is, where have I been holding back that I now feel ready to step into? What strengths have I been underestimating? What opportunity is already in front of me that I just need to say yes to? So this week is very much about, showing up fully. This will be a time to be seen and recognized for what you bring to the table. Step into leadership if that's appropriate for you, whether it's work, even relationships, or your personal projects. Kind of own your authority. So if we look at sort of March overall, so the beginning of March, you might feel stuck or hesitant, but by the end, you're confident, you're decisive, and you're attracting opportunities. And then this isn't about waiting for things to change, it's about realizing that you have more power than you think. The star is going to be shining over you, reminding that your future is bright, but it's your actions, courage, and mindset that's going to sort of make things happen. So I guess the key message for March is to remember, you are not stuck, you are not powerless, you are becoming unstoppable. Reading number 3. So the theme of March for you is the Two of Swords, suggesting that you're at a crossroads, struggling to make a decision, or avoiding something important. You may feel torn between two options, unsure of who to trust or fearful of making the wrong choice. All right, let's look at it week by week. So, week 1, we have the Five of Swords and compromise. So this week may bring tension, disagreements, or a situation where no one truly wins. The Five of Swords suggests conflict, perhaps a misunderstanding, a power struggle, or feeling like you need to win an argument at the cost of peace. So the message here is kind of not every battle is worth fighting. And the compromise card is a clear sign that rather than pushing to be right, the best outcome comes from meeting halfway. So, week two, we have the star, and we also have this situation will improve. So, after a rocky start, clarity and optimism return. Whatever felt uncertain, frustrating, or challenging in week one begins to sort of shift in your favor. The star reminds you that healing and guidance are available, but only if you open yourself to new perspectives. The situation will improve. Card confirms this that whatever challenge you're facing is temporary. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you just have to keep moving toward it. So, week three, we have the Ten of Pentacles and success. So, this is a breakthrough week. The Ten of Pentacles represents long term success, financial security, family stability, and overall abundance. This could mean a career win, financial improvement, or a moment of deep gratitude for what you've built. Paired with success, this confirms that something you've been working toward will pay off. If you've been waiting for validation, a reward, or results, this is it. And then week four, so we have the Seven of Cups and Peaceful Resolution. So the month ends with a need for clarity. The Seven of Cups suggests that multiple options, distractions, or illusions may be clouding your judgment. There could be temptations, indecision, or daydreaming about possibilities without making concrete moves. However, the Peaceful Resolution card suggests that whatever confusion you've been facing, you will find the right answer. This could mean finally making a decision, resolving emotional uncertainty, or seeing through false promises to focus on what truly matters. So, overall, March is a decision making month, but it doesn't start that way. Instead, it begins with hesitation, tension, and a feeling of being caught between two paths. Whether this is about a major life choice, a relationship, a personal transformation, something needs to shift, but it's been difficult to decide how. So, this month is about navigating through mental fog, external challenges, and emotional confusion until you reach a place of certainty, success, and peace. The key to making progress is not just waiting for clarity to arrive, but actively engaging with the process of gaining clarity. So, the Two of Swords suggests that at the start of March, you might be avoiding a decision or pretending that a problem isn't there. The Five of Swords reveals why, that there may be tension, conflict, or fear of making the wrong move. Maybe you don't want to deal with a confrontation, or you're worried about losing something if you choose one option over another. But kind of here's the thing, not choosing is also a choice. Avoidance won't make the situation go away. The longer you hesitate, the more mentally exhausting it becomes. The compromise card is your first clue that this isn't about winning or losing. It's about finding a middle ground that allows you to move forward. So, here are some things you can sort of think about. Look at the situation objectively. What's actually stopping you from making a choice? Is it fear? Is it needing more information? If you are in a conflict, try to shift the focus from who's right to what outcome do I actually want. And make one small decision this week. It doesn't have to be the final answer, but taking a sort of step breaks that cycle of indecision. And then as we go into week 2, that it's all about sort of the moment of breakthrough. So this is where the big shift happens. So this, if the start of the month feels frustrating or heavy, week 2 then brings in hope, clarity, and relief. The start is a reminder that you don't have to have everything figured out immediately. You just need to trust that progress is happening. The situation will improve card confirms that whatever felt like a dead end is actually opening up. Even if you don't see all the answers yet, there's movement beneath the surface. The key is to actively participate in the shift instead of waiting passively. So, some things you can do, start with taking a deep breath and remind yourself that things are improving. Even if you don't have all the answers, start acting as if things are already getting better. And if you've been holding back out of fear, allow yourself to entertain the idea of what if this actually works out, and start taking aligned action, even if it's just researching some options, reaching out to someone for advice, making some really small changes in your routine. And then going into week 3, so the overall theme is sort of about stepping into stability and success. So by the 3rd week, you see the payoff of your efforts, whether that's, career, finances, family, personal growth, something is going to click. The 10 of Pentacles isn't just about short-term wins. It's about long-term security and fulfillment. So paired that with the success card, this confirms that something you've been working towards is coming together. And this isn't a random stroke of luck. It's the result of moving past hesitation, choosing a direction, and then taking action to get there. So some things you can do is recognize that success isn't just about external results. It's about knowing that you're making progress towards a life that you want. If financial or career stability is improving, then use this time to lay a foundation for even bigger growth. And if, personal success is unfolding, ask yourself, how can I keep this momentum going? And then when we get into week 4, it's sort of all about clearing the final confusion and finding peace. So even after a successful breakthrough, the 7 of Cups suggests that there are still some choices to be made. Maybe you've achieved something great, but now you're asking, what next? Or maybe you have multiple options and you're unsure which one is truly right. So the Peaceful Resolution card confirms that by the end of March, the mental and emotional fog lifts. If you've been struggling with uncertainty all month, this is the moment when you realize that, the answer was there all along and you just needed to clear away the distractions. So some things you can do is if you feel overwhelmed by too many choices, you got to simplify. Ask yourself, what do I actually want? Push away all the outside influences. If there's a lingering situation that needs closure, use this week to finally resolve it. And trust yourself. There's no need to rush. Choose what aligns with your values and let go of options that don't. So then, if we step back and look at March overall, it's all about moving through hesitation and confusion into stability and confidence. So you're going to start the month feeling kind of torn, avoiding a decision, dealing with some tension. Mid-month, hope and progress start returning. And then week 3, success arrives, but it's the result of taking action, not waiting for things to fix themselves. And then by the end of the month, you finally see the bigger picture and make peace with your choices. So, sort of the key lesson here is, the answer isn't in the waiting, it's in the choosing. And you don't need all the details to take a step forward. The longer you hesitate, the longer you stay stuck. And, clarity actually comes through movement, not through waiting, which is, something that people often get bogged down with. Once you begin making choices, the confusion actually starts to fade and the right path starts to reveal itself. So, the sort of final message is the fog is clearing. By the end of March, you'll know exactly what you need to do, but the choice is yours. So, step forward with confidence. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this reading brought you some clarity, some guidance, some comfort. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with future readings. I'd love to know which reading you chose and how the messages resonated with you. I'd also love for you to come back at the end of March and share in the comments, what happened during the month.